What is up, beautiful people? Scott coming at you for another episode here of Real Estate with Scotty D. I just wanted to do one more video here. We're going to be talking a little more about lots. So, in the first video, I explained how I go about finding an area to build homes in. And now that I showed you that, we'll go into one of those areas and then we'll start looking at what's on the market as far as lots that are available. And again, these are homes that are just directly off the MLS, ready to go for sale. It's not us. Give me a second. Not us doing any kind of off market stuff, no marketing, nothing. Just search directly off the MLS. Let's do this now. I'll do a quick search. Land lots. Let's just do active and not worry about coming soon for now. I'm going to bring them all up because I'm going to do a map search since we had found the areas that I wanted. I'm going to quickly go up in this north kind of area. Cave Creek, Carefree. This is still very much North Scottsdale. I don't know, let me see here. Just do a square around this area and we'll just kind of peek around. All right, let's take a look real quick. 78 in that small area. Let me see. Where is this at? Where's Pima going up? Yeah, that's probably fine. Let's take a peek. Let's see what is available here. And right away, we'll see here that we got some lots starting at 280,000 and going all the way up to 400, 500-ish thousand. A lot of these are probably ready to build on, so they're a little more expensive, which is totally fine. But it also looks like some people might be listing lots that already have plans to be built on. Oh, I think I'm familiar with this lot here. It's been on the market for a while. It's got kind of an interesting grade to it. Like the topography here on this lot is a little tricky. Not impossible, but just a little more tricky. Uh, this one looks interesting. Rising Sun. I think that's a gated community. Yes, it is. It's the gated community area. So this one's interesting. This one actually already looks like someone has plans for a 5,572 square foot house there with a casita. So it looks like someone's already done a little upfront work uh, on the lot and selling it that way. I like to look at the tax records because this is the quickest and easiest ways I can look around. There's the house for 3 million up here, 2.9, basically 3 million. This one here might be a little old. It's a little older. It's 2008 build. So something brand new. This is probably brand new. Yep, brand new build. They're asking right at 3 million for it. This is right in a cul-de-sac lot. This is a little gated area. So this road to this road, there's a gate there. I'm familiar with this area, and these are outside the gated area, these lots here, but these are also lots for sale. I can see 280, 340. So a lot of these are pretty decent deals. If I'm going to be honest, probably pretty good deal, even at full price, even though obviously we tried to negotiate. But let's go back to this one. This one's interesting. So a couple of things that I like to look at when I'm looking out there out north. So again, this is just quickly off the MLS. There's 78 listings in that tiny little block area. When I was doing the search before with you about areas, you saw that cluster of areas where these homes are selling for $600 or more square foot. And so then we know that these are the areas we got to start looking at. I could tell you at 325, I could probably pay full price for that and still do totally fine. Um, some of the things we like to look at with lots are we going to pay cash for this lot and try to get it into our construction loan? Are we going to negotiate seller financing for a little while? Because some of these lots up north here, let's do this for you real quick. In this area of Scottsdale up north, it's a little more natural desert, hilly, mountains, rocks, things of that nature. You can probably tell here there's some state land and hiking trails. There's the really nice golf course area here. But you could tell a little bit from Google sometimes. This natural layout here in Arizona can have some natural washes kind of running through the desert washes. The topography might be a little odd, so you got to go look at these in person and try to get an idea in your mind of what might need to be done. You might need to hire an engineer to come out and help you lay out how the pad of the house would be. You might have to grade it up, grade it down. You might need to put some retaining walls in order to combat the washes. I mean, I could see this house right here. I can tell there's like this retaining wall here. I don't know if you guys can see that here, but That's a retaining wall. You got a wash running through here. So they had an engineer come out and help them figure out where the pad for the building is going to be on that particular lot, which is not the end of the world. That's pretty normal, especially for this area. The other thing in these areas, when you're getting a little further out, they're not rural, but they're kind of in this natural desert areas. Is what are the utilities like there? And the big one for me, since there's houses here, I'm assuming there's quite a few utilities. The big one for me that I have a question on is, does it have city sewer here, or is this septic? So one way to find out pretty quickly is just to simply go back into the MLS that we were looking at before at houses, and start looking at the houses and see if they're listed as city sewer or septic. You can kind of give a good idea. But even if it is septic and we have to do what's called a perk test, um, now there's a high likelihood that it's going to perk, since there's other houses in the general area that have already been built. Um, so this one looks pretty promising. I like that one. I think that's something that I would dive deeper into. I'd like this area. I mean, you can see here when you do the map, sometimes these little empty areas that are obviously lots that could potentially be built. And these are all custom houses selling for $3 million or so or more. And that some of these areas are going a little higher than that even. I'm familiar with that area, so that's a pretty good one. But let me see if I could find kind of a different example. This might be one. One of the things that I typically try to stay away from for right now are areas that are on dirt roads. So these look pretty good. These all look pretty darn good. But let's go back into this map real quick, and I'll just scan around real quick. If you drop down to the Rio Verde area, you'll get lots that are cheaper. So down in this area, there are lots that I can get for a better price, but some of these are on like dirt roads. They might be a lot that's really big like this, that's just, or like these here with a lot of washes running through them, and dirt roads. You got a lot more to consider when you're looking at that, because some of those that are out in the true rural areas with not even any kind of paved roads, you tend to have a little more issue with getting utilities and things like that there. And then the perk test is going to be really important in those areas. I'm trying to look. There's another community here that I like, and this is the one. This is a little gated community here that I like a lot. There's some lots there, and they're building. I know there's guys building on this particular pad right now as we speak, and they're going to be doing pretty good on that property. So there's some lots in this area I know for sale as well, but this is more, it's still a Scottsdale address, but I consider that Rio Verde, this off Rio Verde Drive. And some of those places you'll find these lots and you'll think, oh man, I got a great deal on this lot out here. But there's just a lot more, in my opinion, that you're going to have to jump through hoops. And then they're not as sexy on the sales side as either, because the dirt roads and all of that, you're spending $3 million for a house you got to drive through dirt roads to get to. I'd just rather not mess with that if I don't have to. Right now I don't have to. There's plenty of homes, plenty of lots and areas available, even just directly off the MLS like I just showed you here. We just did this search and we have 78 lots that we can scour through and figure out which one would we want to buy and build on. Now, on the last video, when I was talking about the areas, I was trying to share with you what we call it our building matrix. It's basically a breakdown of all the areas that I like and I know I want to be at, and what I can pay, what I can't pay. What I'll do is I'll do a whole separate video, because some reason it's giving me a hard time trying to share that on my screen, and I'm no tech guy whatsoever, so I'm having a hard time figuring it out. So I'll do a completely separate video right after this one, where I'm just simply going over the building matrix to help you guys understand a little bit of what I'm thinking about here, how those numbers work out, and why I'm telling you that I could probably pay $335,000 for that lot, full price, and build something there and be profitable. So anyways, just wanted to quickly show you guys that. So in the first video, we broke down the areas. Let's go back to the map. We knew that up here, up north, was a good cluster. There was other clusters which work out great too, but I just wanted to show you this one first. And then quickly we did a search for lots, and very quickly we found out there's possibilities and there's really good opportunities out there, just right off the MLS. Like I said, we can make a career out here. The only thing holding us back, I guess, would be just more capital in order to get these deals done. Because if you have all your capital tied up in a couple of deals, you can only do a couple of deals at a time. But the construction wouldn't be a problem. We got plenty of guys ready to rock and roll. to help us build these things. But most of the time, it's just capital that holds you back. But plenty of deals out there. I keep my real estate license, and I can make money on the buy of the land through commissions of buying my own property, uh, build them, and then I'll sell them myself. Anyway, that's just the breakdown. It's really simple. That was a quick video, I think, of how we find lots in that area. There's a lot of different ways to do it. If there's just nothing on the MLS, um, I would probably be skeptical. I might not want to buy in that area anyways if there wasn't a lot of action happening. But you could find these. I do get off market deals all the time. I underwrite them every day. And sometimes they're a good deal, not a problem. But other times, something like this one property that we were just looking at on Rising Sun, I think it was at 325, maybe we can negotiate that down to 275, and we're gonna be a pretty smoking deal in my mind. As long as all the other stuff, there's some due diligence stuff that we need to go through. Matter of fact, the next video I'm going to do, I'll go over the building matrix and the numbers so you can see why I'm doing these searches and why I'm explaining to you why these are good deals. A video after that, I think I'll walk that particular lot. So what I'll do is I'll go out to that lot on Rising Sun. I'll do a live video of me walking the lot, what I'm looking at, what challenges I might see, and what the steps would be to do our due diligence before we make an offer on it. So, all right, guys, that's it for finding land lots. First video, finding the area. Second video, finding a lot to build on in that area. And then we'll go on to the third area where we walk some of these lots before we make offers. All right, guys, thanks so much. Have a great one.